like me and you're super excited about fishing shallow structure, laydowns, docks, fishing any kind of structure that comes along the bank, it's one of my favorite things to do. I could do that for hours without getting a bite. One of the most frustrating things about that is a lot of times you hang your baits. I like to throw a square bill around laydowns a lot, worm it through there. I get a lot of reaction strikes that way. And one of the downsides is you have to get inside of the structure to actually draw the strike. You have to get down in the laydown. You have to get really close to the dock. So I don't care how good of a caster you are, more than likely at some point you're going to get your bait hung, you're going to get snagged. That's going to put you in a lot of bad situations sometimes. A lot of times you may have to get your boat and maneuver it under an underhanging tree where there's going to be wasps, snakes, all kind of creatures that I don't want to deal with. So I use a little method to get my baits unhung. I'll call it the slingshot method. I'm not the originator of it. The first person I ever saw do it was Shaw Grisby. I'm just going to share it with you. I'm not the creator of it or anything like that at all. So this is the start of how I actually start to unhang my lure. You see, I've just intentionally snagged my bait on something here in my shop just so I can show you a little bit closer what I'm going to do. So I've got my bait snagged. I don't really want to get over there to it, or I may not actually be able to get my boat, or I can't physically get to where the bait is, the snag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself some slack first of all. Give myself a good bit of slack. And what I want to do is I'm just going to grab the rod like this, right? I'm just going to hang the rod and just let it sling like that. And what I'm actually going to do is gain some momentum with the rod, and I'm going to slide it down. I'm actually going to slide my rod down the line, down the fishing line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it here, and this is not, I've hung this pretty good. It's not actually going to come loose here, just for demonstration purposes. I'm just going to slide my rod right down the line like that. What happens is, you know, anytime you get snagged, what you want to do is reel your bait all the way down, your tip all the way down to the bait, and just pop the bait loose. Well, like I said, a lot of times you can't always get close to that. So what you're going to do is actually slide your rod down your line, and it just gives you a little bit longer reach. You can get the bait out there 15 foot away from you. The water needs to be fairly shallow. If it's much deeper than, let's say, your rod length, 7 or 8 foot, it's kind of hard. Once your rod or reel goes under the water, you kind of lose that velocity of the rod sliding down the line, and it just doesn't work as well. Do not let go of the line. Do not let go of the line. Do not let go of the line. If you let go of the line, your rod's going to go in the water. Usually you can get the rod back, but you just don't want your rod soaked in water. So what you're going to do, just grab it, just like I said, make sure you do not let go of the line and just shoot your rod. It'll just slide right down the eyes of the rod. Your rod will slip right down the line, and that bait will pop right out, and you'll get your crankbait back without getting stung by wasps or attacked by a python. Try that. I promise you it's the best technique to use when using treble hooks around wood, laydowns, structure like that where you're getting hung. In a lot of places you just don't want to get over there and get attacked by creatures. Thanks for taking time to watch this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If there's something else that you would like to know about bass fishing, comment in the section below and I'll try to make sure I cover it. Also, stay tuned for September 22nd. Starting on that day, every Thursday I'll download a new video about fishing to help you catch more fish. Thanks again for watching.